So I'm going to be showing you how to take these standard headlights off and wire in some JDM one-piece headlights. So I personally did not have to remove the bumper. I don't know if that's just my car. I'm pretty sure the previous owner had JDM one-piece headlights. You'll see it was kind of weird because the wiring is still all like perfect, like he didn't splice anything, so I don't know. But I just did the right side, so yeah. So I found it easier, so it's just one, two, three, and then this little regular screw. I found it easier to just, you don't actually have to take this off because it's all one piece bolted together, but in order to take the whole headlight off, there's these two bulbs here, and I just found it easier to disconnect them now instead of later. So shit. Yeah, now the headlight should come off. Like I said, I don't know if it's just my car, but I literally don't have to take the bumper off. So yeah, hopefully it works just the same way. But yeah, now as you're pulling this off, I'm gonna have to undo these. So yeah, do this one, you just pull up. Look, need 2 hands for this. Oh, push down. Yeah, push down. Push down on this. It's a pretty tight fit though. Jesus Christ. Ah, there it is. Damn, this one was already disconnected. Definitely wasn't supposed to be. But yeah, now you just lift it up. Okay, so this is probably why I see you have to take the bumper off. Mine was not bolted in. So yeah. Alright, so if your headlights don't come with a little bar, a little metal bar that goes right here, it's supposed to wrap around this to the other side and hold the bulb in place. Shit. Then you could do a few things. So you could super glue or like Gorilla Glue these contact points right here. 1, 2, 3. Just contact those contact points, just super glue them, or you could do what I did and get these little zip ties. Zip them around the back of these, and then they basically hold the bulb in place. And the adapter that we use, this one actually doesn't go all the way in. It stops just like right there. So you can see they don't fully seat in. Fuck, it's fucking, yeah, they don't fully seat in. I try to push it in and it does not go in. So yeah, I mean, as long as there's contact, right? So yeah, it's just a temporary solution. I'm probably gonna end up super gluing it. I just don't have super glue at this exact moment. So yeah, see, you can tell mine came with that wire that holds it in place. Just unfortunately this side didn't, so what can you do? So in order to wire these headlights to the JDM one pieces, it's the fog light. These are your headlight wires. They came off of this right here. So this is where your stock bulb goes on the USDM. Just plugs it in. I already cut it, but just keep this around. Have these sticking out in case you need to rewire it at some point in the future. But yeah, I mean, keep this around so you can also see where each goes. So if you're gonna buy one of these on Amazon, these are the H4H bulb adapters. These plug directly into the back of those, and then you run these wires into the existing wires from the car. So it's pretty simple. Basically just match these. You can see these are a little bit staggered. One in the middle is a little bit higher. Same concept for this one. The black is ground right there, that black. The middle one, red and yellow. This is on the driver's side. The red and yellow matches to the white, and then the blue wire matches to the red and green. It's pretty simple. I'm really starting now. I'll cut to when it's all done. So before we finish up the last heat installation, you see this one's ass. I fucked up, and then I figured out there's a better way to do it. But yeah, this is how I'm doing it. Just twisting them toward itself and then hooking them, and then I'm sliding the heat shrink through. But yeah, you always want to test it, so I have it all plugged up right now, and it works. Make sure your high beams work. Like you notice the bulb turns on when, or it gets brighter when you have the high beams on. Low beams, and yeah, it's pretty simple. But yeah. Right now I'm just sliding the heat shrink over it. It's really tight fit. As long as the wires are touching, you don't have to worry about it looking pretty. As long as it hooks, it'll be alright. It's getting caught up on the wiring. So these wire gauges are a huge difference. So yeah, there it goes. See that? And then take a torch or a lighter. Got my torch. And just heat it up. Don't leave it in one place too long or it'll burn. See it shrinking. Turn it around. Flip both sides. You just want it to be nice and tight over there. Simple. And that's it. Make sure it's not hot. Yeah, and then just put this in the new headlight, or the new the housing. All right, now for the fog lights. You see that connector? Will not plug into this one. It's just completely different shape, and the shape that it can actually plug into is these. So it's up to you now. If you have the JDM fenders with the side marker right there on the side, so this is the one I took the bulb out. This is the one that stays lit. This is the one that's supposed to go over there, and this is your turn signal one. This one will stay on, but it will also flash when you're changing lanes, so you know it's safer, so people from the side or behind you can see your indicators, if you know, from the front if they need to. These ones will always flash too, but you know, So I'll be keeping this one. That one's going into this hole right here. Just go straight in, no modification needed. But for the fog lights, it will actually plug into this one. So like nasty, but this will actually plug into this. See, the shape is very, very similar. So I'm gonna be cutting this plug around like right here, and then I'll be cutting this off, and then basically just wiring the two together, red and black. See, red and black, red and black. It's pretty simple, but just keep in mind, if you do this and you have the JDM fenders, yeah, you won't be able to power those unless you run extra cables from this wire, or just extend this wire all the way over there. But yeah, another solution would be to use see that blue one right there in the middle? Use those. Stick them on there. You want to stick these into there, and then run this wire after you cut this connector off. Run those wires to the back of these. So honestly, if you have these, you might as well use it so you can keep this intact and you don't have to cut it. But I mean, to be honest, this cable is pretty short anyway, so either way, if you're gonna have JDM fenders running to that side marker light, you're gonna have to cut this and extend the wire through your fender to connect to that light. So I mean, it's really up to you, but I'll be using this. It'll just be easier, and yeah. Lay that right here. That's too much. There. Shit. Same thing for this side right here. Fuck. What's it at? I should have known that was gonna happen. Fuck, it's down there somewhere. I'll wait. But now just wire these two together. Wire these two together. It's pretty simple. So I got it all wired up. Just gonna hit it with the heat shrink. That's it. So now this goes into the headlight, this goes into the fog light. Easy day. This, just tape these off, and yeah, now we can put the headlight in. This is gonna stay in and just go directly into that hole. Yeah, and we're done with the driver's side. All right, so it's all wired up. See, it's all in there. Pogs are in. Now, before you bolt it all up, just always test it. All right. Do headlights. Yep. Turn signal. Yup. And then fog lights. Perfect. Now bolt it all up. There you have it. JDM one-piece headlights fully installed, fully wired. after doing it, you'll realize it's actually a lot easier than it looks. It is a little intimidating at first. Make sure our turn signals are working. Fog lights are working. Perfect. Let's make sure the headlights are working. Yep. Perfect. Turn off the fogs. And then high beams. Yep, high beams are on. So, hope that video helped. Like I said, it's not as difficult as it looks. It's just wiring two things, cutting a few things off. You don't even need to solder anything. So, yeah, I mean, it took me a few hours, but the first one, it took me like 2 hours just because I was still learning. I didn't know it either. But, yeah. The second one only took me like 30, 40 minutes. So, yeah, you'll see when you do it, it's really a lot easier than it looks. Yeah, I'll have a link in the description to things I bought. Most of it was bought at like AutoZone, O'Reilly's. But like the adapter for the H4H bulb to your stock harness is that was online. The bulb itself was online.